Hi everyone, Lee here, and it is Eating Disorders Awareness Week this week, Monday the 27th of February till Friday the 5th of March. And I want to make this video to not only help create awareness, but also to hopefully reach out to those who are suffering from eating disorders, to let them know that, you know what, your position right now is only temporary. No matter how bad you think it is, it can get better. But one of the first parts of the journey of getting better is to be able to speak about it, is to acknowledge that you have a problem and basically admit it. I lived in denial for 4 years. Mine sort of began when I was about 13, 14, and I had it for 15 years. So I was sick. I was a bulimic. I was sick. And at my worst times, I was sick more than 10 times a day. Easy. Sometimes almost after everything I ate, even if it was something really small. But mostly I would binge eat. So I would plan my binges. I daren't even think how much money I spent at the shop and how the people at the shop, I didn't even think about it at the time, must be like, gosh, she eats a lot. You know, and I lived a world of lies. Eating disorders involve a world of lies, not only to yourself, but to other people about what I was eating, when I was eating it, at meal times, going to the toilet, and I became a professional liar. And, you know, I've used that phrase before, a professional bulimic and a professional liar, and it was just ridiculous. And when your brain is filled with food and what you're going to eat, and it revolves around food 24/7, not just when you're hungry and things like that, but that really compulsive, obsessive, food, it leaves very little time for normal life and to enjoy life. You know, relationships, work, home life, any kind of enjoyment that you might get, relaxing in front of the TV or going to the cinema, any kind of event that I had, anything at all, it was like, right, where am I going to be? Where's the toilets? What am I going to eat? How am I going to feel? What's on the menu? Like, it would just be all the time. And I was such a different person. Like, I can't even explain to you a different person that I was, but I really did hit pretty rock bottom. I was prescribed Prozac, which was like 60 grams of Prozac, which, if you're not sure how much that is, give you an example. For depressants, so people that are depressed, you'll get prescribed 20 milligrams. I was on 60. That was 60 for eating disorders. I'm not sure if it still is that. But, oh God, I was just off my nut. It was bad before, but it was even worse then. And, you know, I really was in a bad place, not only mentally, physically, emotionally. My body was in such a bad state that my front teeth, they all eroded. These are all fake, these front teeth. I just, you know, the sickness, the acid in the sick just eroded them away. It took me 2.5 years to rebuild my front teeth. I really thought that I was going to die of heart failure. I just thought I had pins and needles running up and down the backs of my legs. I was being sick. My stomach was concave, very concave at one point. I was skin and bone, and then you've seen pictures of me. I was completely, you know, overweight. I've been at all ends of the spectrum. But regardless of where I've been or what's happened, you know, I basically got sick of being sick. I got to the point where I was like, right, that's it. I need help. And I lived down south, so I wasn't in Aberdeen. I was away from my friends and family, well, right away from my family here, so I got to hid it. You know, I got to hide it pretty well from them. Nobody really knew. I went to see psychiatrists, psychologists. When I was back here, I was up in Cornhill. I was an outpatient there. I thought about spending all my savings and going to rehab. I really was in a dark, dark place. And then gradually, it's been a very long process, but basically the big turning point for me was becoming a personal trainer. And up until I qualified as a PT, when I went down to do my intensive course in Glasgow, I was still sick. I was still sick down there, which, you know, I was getting better, but I still struggled to be completely better by then. And yeah, it's hard. When I was sick, the next day you'd feel like you're hungover. It was a really strange feeling, and I think it just got to that point that I was so sick, I was so ill, that that's how it made me feel. So I quickly learned that, you know what, I actually prefer feeling stronger, feeling healthier, feeling happier, having more time in my brain than I do for, you know, having this best friend that I thought I had, which came in the form of an eating disorder. So yeah, it's been a long process. but talking about it has definitely helped, and friends and family having a support network has definitely helped. And I really hope that this video might help other people take that first step of just speaking about it. And I know I can see I've talked for like 5 minutes now. I could talk forever, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna cut off now. I'm probably going to think twice about hitting the publish button because, hey, it's a bit scary, even though I've talked about it a few times before. A bit scary hitting that publish button and letting everybody know. But you don't have to. You need to just tell one person. You don't need to put it on Facebook. You don't need to tell a heap of people. You just need to tell one person. And if you're not comfortable telling somebody that you know, then I am going to put the number for BEAT, which is a charity organisation, and I'm a media volunteer for them. I'll put a helpline there so you can contact them and speak to them and take the first steps. But hopefully I've reached out to some people, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon.